All right, good morning. Yes, it is still morning. It's 11:30.
Yeah, time flies when you're having fun, huh?
That's for sure. Absolutely.
So it's Tia and Deb, and we're from Graphically Deb, and we're going to update you with some things that are going on. We've been working like crazy, which is, everybody thought we'd have like a little vacation, but it hasn't been vacation time for us. We have been at products and services and all kinds of stuff. And first of all, I think we should probably talk a little bit before we dig into the big one that we want to talk about. We want to talk a little bit about Good Stock 2.0. And so Tia's been kind of doing she's been working with the performers and putting together schedules, and then we've been adding them to the website and the Facebook page, and now it has its own Facebook page, so it's not taking over the Aberdeen 98520 page. We still have room. So if you are a family, a teacher, a singer, any of those things, we're happy. I think, don't we have a gal that's going to play the clarinet?
I think so, yeah. We got a very cool video from a local youth playing her clarinet, so we're going to insert that in there.
I think we'd
love to see more.
Yeah, I think we got a couple from a classmate of mine, so there's going to be a dinosaur singing.
Oh, fun. I hadn't seen that yet. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, well, that's just our age. We're not actual dinosaurs, but but yeah, well, Bruce Hilliard he was class of 1974, Aberdeen Bobcat, and he and Sandy Murchie, Dick Murchie, several others used to have, Amber Rain was one of the group names that they had, and he's doing some solo work, and he sent us a video, so we'll probably put that in there as well. But for the rest of you, we'd love to have you, because it's fun. It's not something that you have to take seriously. It's just sharing and having a good time. We've got some of the talent that actually goes out to venues, and you can see them when we get released.
And this time we've added some really cool things with some venues out there. We've got the Carriage Museum out of Raymond, and they will be doing a tour and a chat, so you'll be able to ask questions as they're giving a tour, ask questions about some of the carriages they're showing. But it's actually a really cool place. If you've never been there, this is a great kind of sneak peek at what you can see when we can go back out in real life. And but that should be a really fun tour. They're amazing and beautiful. They've done an amazing job of restoring those. So don't miss out on that just because it's not music. This is about sharing our community as a whole. We also will have the Historical Seaport doing a tour as well. So they'll be doing theirs on Sunday, and they'll be doing it right before some music that'll follow, that are sea shanties from a gentleman who has played on the Lady Washington. So there's kind of an hour and a half, so they're all about the seaport and things like that. So we've got some new stuff, some fun things, so definitely don't miss out on those.
It's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to it. So that brings us to the next project, and the next project has been having me pull my hair out, but Tia has been just doing, she's been taking it like a champ. She's taken the lead on this project. I think we talked last time that I had a different idea when we were initially thinking about doing a community calendar. It's something that I had been thinking about for probably over a decade, and then I find out that Tia had that same thing in mind, but we looked at it in different ways. I was thinking website, she was thinking app, and at this point, I actually just throw it to her and I go, okay, how do I do this? What do I do? And so it's a learning experience for all of us. And I don't want anybody to feel like it's hard or any of that. It's just going to take a little bit of time. We're going to have a new Facebook page up just for that app, so that when you have questions, we can answer them, all of that. So Tia, you want to talk a little bit more about this app? We talked a bit before, but tell us why.
Yeah, so Deb and I came up with Grays Harbor GHEventCentral. And what's great is that it solves kind of the app and website issue because it is a website. It is a very mobile friendly website, and it is an app. So you have all your choices in how you want to access it, which makes it wonderful. So we are going to, what I'm going to do next here is I'm going to share my screen so I can show you what Grays Harbor Event Central looks like. It is a very cool thing. Bear with me here as I share my screen. All right, and we're going to get to the home page. So, ta-da! Here it is. We have GraysHarborEventCentral.com. Now, we just got things going, so you will see some changes. We're working on a logo, all kinds of fun stuff. Thank goodness Deb is good at that, and she is helping get that all together. But I'll show you a few cool things about this. So this is the website version of it. When you log in on your desktop, this is what it's going to look like. And when you first go to the home page, this is what you're going to see. You can see up here, you've got just a few general things. Venues and tags we'll go back to in a second. You can choose what type of event you're looking for. So if you're looking for the city council meetings, you can click on government, and as long as we've received the information, they'll be there and you can check them out. So we've got the Aberdeen ones put in there. We are, like I said, we just got started, so we're working on getting all of them in there for all the different cities across Grays Harbor.
And that was my first submission. And so I was learning, I started that this morning and with Tia's help, it was not hard. It was not hard. There's still a lot that I'll have to be reminded. And that's why we're here. We're learning this. Tia already knows this. I'm learning it. So if you decide that you want to work with this program, and I sure can't see why anybody wouldn't, we're going to hold your hand. We're going to help you, and we will make sure that everything goes in smooth, because this is something that I think we hear so much. I didn't know until it was over and the pictures go up, and they would have been part of it. They might have even volunteered. So this is a big deal. It's a big deal for nonprofits. It's a big deal for profits.
Yeah, and the great thing is that you can see there's this submit an event button. Anybody in the community can submit an event. Right here, you just open it up and fill in the blanks, and then at the bottom, once you're done, you just hit submit. This will give us the ability to approve it or to contact you if we have any questions for more information, and then your event shows up right in here. You can search by date if you're looking for something, so we know Goodstock is coming up on the 25th, and you can go to that. So there's just a lot of great things on here. And this works well for all the community members as well as businesses and venues of all sorts. You know, the cities, there isn't a venue that this won't work well for. We've got to
put it under government, and so we made just the city council a venue on its own, so that I was able to put a lot of information. It has a lot of links on the side, and those also show up on my phone, but it shows up in a really nice, easy to manage way, whereas I'm usually using my Wix designs on the websites. When you put that in, you have to go back and you have to readjust everything for mobile, and even then it'll readjust itself and things don't work, and it becomes a lot of work, but it's also not user friendly. It doesn't stay easy and consistent for the users who are just looking for something to do. That's your target customer. You know, you want, whether you're a nonprofit and you're having a big event, or whether you're a government and you're having a meeting, we need to have people know. And so this will do that without them.
Yeah. And it puts it on, it makes it so easy. You just stick it in, and if you become a venue with us, you have control to choose those and put them in. And I mean, there's so much great stuff. We don't want to get too deep into it because I don't want to scare you, because I want people to use it. But Deb was mentioning the venues. So it's great because you can go in here, and we've just barely started, so we've only got a few in here. But you can see that like we have the city of Aberdeen set up as a venue. That's why it has the little V. And here it is. This shows all the meetings coming up at that venue. We've got information about the venue all down here. You can have a picture put in. Here is all their information. So if you want to make sure people can find you and get to you and see your events, here you go. It's all here. And then we even get the Facebook link right there. So, I mean, this is very, very friendly for people looking for events and looking for places to go.
And if you have a repeating event, you clone it and it just goes on. You can make a few adjustments if you have like a different speaker or something that you want to feature. But that was done very, very easily, very, very quickly. It wasn't a great amount of time, and that was my first time. So it will get faster as it becomes more automatic.
Yeah, so there's some really great things here. The big thing is we now want people to start going here. We want you to start using the Grays Harbor Event Central. So that is, and also you see this white space here. So we're working on a couple things. There'll be some links along here, but this is also advertising space. So your business, your venue can advertise to all those people that are looking for things to do, places to go. So that will become an option as well as we continue to move forward. So I'm going to stop sharing this screen so that we can also show you the mobile app version of this. So it's going to be a little different because I'm going to have to show it from my phone, but
it's amazing. I just installed the app and that was easy to do on the phone. And I am probably a little more tech savvy than some, but I'm definitely not up on that upper ring where I understand. I'm not a coder, none of that stuff. So it was pretty intuitive. And again, we will hold your hand if you need it, and no big deal.
Yeah, and Deb doesn't like to download apps, so this was a big deal, and it was easy. We went through it this morning, so that was a really big thing. So if those make you nervous, definitely this is a very simple app, which is nice. You can access the Grays Harbor Event Central through your mobile browser if you want to, and I will show you the mobile browser. Actually is a very nice, I mean, it automatically optimizes. Luckily, I don't have to do any work, but you can see it is all right there. The feature events are showing up and scrolling across my screen. So that's the way it looks for just if you go through like your Google on your phone. But what we're going to do is
I didn't have to download an app.
You didn't have to, but it was more fun making you do it. So if you go to your, so everybody's going to get to see my phone and my games. So you can see I've got this little logo right there that says Gather Board. If you go to your app store, if you're on iPhone, it's going to be your Apple Store. On a Android, it's going to be the Play Store. And search for Gather Board. Download that. And then when you get there, it's going to walk you through a couple of steps. It's going to ask you to choose a board. You want to choose Grays Harbor Event Central. And then it'll ask you to set your preferences. So one of the things that's really cool about this is that, we had all those options across the top with sports and government and business and music and art. If you know you're never going to go to a sports event, you don't have to even have those ever show up in your list on your app. Just kind of cool. It just keeps them out of there. If it's something you know you're not interested in, you can go back and change those if you ever want to. It's really easy, but it's nice to not have your feed cluttered up with things that you may never be interested in. So once you're in there, the Gather Board app looks like this. So here it is, a very simple layout. You can see what we have coming up next. We've got the Aberdeen City Council meeting coming up. And then, oh yeah, we've got our little test things that we were doing, the sample class, because we were playing with colors and things like that. And then we've got the good stock stuff coming up. So there's all these things.
Can you click on that city council meeting? I'm so
Yep.
proud of you.
So there it is. Now it shows all of the information about that.
And it says add to your calendar. You can actually click on that and it'll go straight to your Google Calendar so that you will get a notification, or however you have your Google Calendar set up, or I think other calendars as well.
Yep.
And so you're not going to forget. If that's something that you wanted to do, you can set up a notification for a week before, for 3 days before, and you can get it via email or whatever. That's through Google, but they play together. And so it's like one app makes this whole thing work so that your life suddenly becomes manageable.
Yeah. And you notice that it's got the map on there. So when you have a venue and people are trying to get there, it's right there. It's an interactive Google map. So that's really helpful, because what this means is that even people coming from out of our area, we have people coming here all the time from Seattle that need a quick, easy place to find events. They can have this app on their phone. So when they're headed this way, they can go, oh, hey, what can I do as I'm passing through Aberdeen and I'm headed to Ocean Shores? Do I want to stop in Aberdeen or Hoquiam? Or do I want to go all the way to Ocean Shores? What events are happening? And they know how to get there because it's got the map on there. So that's a really, really helpful thing. And we are going to start trying to push this out to our surrounding communities so that they all know to use it. But that means we need you, businesses and venues, to be using it to make this effective.
Yeah.
On the app, you can click on the venues up on top. And so if you know that there's a venue that you like to go to and you want to see what they have coming up next, you can do that. So you can see there, we've got the Aberdeen City Council. Again, we've been using that as an example because right now it's an easy one that's right there. And you can see the list of everything that they have coming up. So what we would want to see here is, you know, like all of our pubs and our local places, every business that provides classes, to be able to have this so that when someone's going, you know what, I want to go to, you know, Mount Olympus tonight, or I want to go down to the tap room or the Steam Donkey. Do they have something happening, or do they have something happening this week that I can go down and enjoy? Then all they have to do is click on it and it'll bring up all of that stuff. So this is just a super, super easy to use app. Nice thing is you're not going to get alerts from it. It doesn't have push stuff set up. It's there for you to access and use. If you want alerts, you can ask it to set it through your Google Calendar. So we're not going to be sending you a bunch of stuff, but it's a nice one-touch, easy-to-use app with all the information, as long as we're supplied that information. So we need the community to tell us that stuff is going on. We're going to do what we can to keep up, but there's just 2 of us. So, you know, we can't keep up with every city. And even the surrounding areas, I mean, Raymond is Pacific County, but they're also here and we all kind of interconnect. So, you know, if you've got something, let us know. We'll see what we can do. So, but definitely make us aware so that we can start getting this stuff. And please start going and visiting the website. Please download the app so you can start accessing it.
Well, and I think
putting stuff in.
I think one of the things that is really important that we have to remember is when we started going into quarantine and the stay at home, things were changing minute by minute. It was like every hour things were different. So if we have everything loaded in prior, as we begin to reopen, they can be updated. You can say, yes, we're going to be open for this amount of time, with this service. And so that's going to keep people up to date. It's going to keep everybody a little more organized as we go stepping into the new future. This will be the new reality. And there will be, I know that we get labeled as a little bit tech resistant, but everybody's watching this. So all of you are tech savvy to a degree. So we can build on that and we can turn around and make that happen. And it's going to be, we talk about how many people go through Aberdeen, Hoquiam. I mean, this will be countywide. This is not just Aberdeen. This is a county app. And so we talk about people on their way to the beach. This is a way to stop them. This is a way to say, hey, we've got stuff going here. Do you need to stop and get something to eat before you go out to the beach? Here's where you can go. So a lot of that stuff, we'll probably have like things, you know, the Tesla people that come through to charge their cars. What are they going to do while their car's charging? So the more we fill this out, the more we're going to have people accessing and taking a look at what does Grays Harbor have to offer. And I think that's a big deal. It's a gift we wanted to do for our community. It's where we're putting some of the work that some of the time that we have while we are waiting to get back to on the street, talking to people and all of that. So this is something we can do and offer.
Yeah, and we wanted to get it done now because we want to make sure that when we start reopening things, that everyone is used to it, they've seen it, and the businesses can start accessing it, and getting those events listed so that we all know where to go once we can go out and do stuff. We're going to want to know who's hosting what, and we're not always all following every Facebook page. And let's face it, Facebook, if you were not on that day, you may have completely missed that event. It's now so far down on your feed, you'll never see it. We miss a lot on Facebook because of that. So in order to make sure that's not happening, you know, we now have this event site so that every event can get listed and you're not going to miss it because you can look by the day, you can look, you know, and that is there. You're not going to lose it in a long feed of stuff. So this is going to be very helpful, I think, and something that's been being asked for over and over.
Yeah.
It's just, yeah, it's been amazing how much I've heard the community, like Deb said, say, oh, I wish I had known about that. I would have liked to have gone. Or businesses just saying, I wish I had an easy spot to put everything so everybody knows.
Yeah.
You know, it's kid friendly. It's everything. There's no reason anybody can't use it.
Yeah. So that should be kind of what we have. Again, if you've got somebody that, if you know somebody, or if you're talented yourself, or even if you're not all that talented, sometimes on American Idol and some of those things, the people that are talented are just as entertaining.
Look at us, right?
I can look at us. Yes, we're stars.
At least we're entertaining, or I hope we are.
So anyway, that'll be our update for the week, and we're looking forward to more things, and we'll keep working. And check us out on our Facebook. Look at, please go to our website and see all the new things that are coming about.
Absolutely. And if you have any questions about the new Grays Harbor Event Central, or GHEventCentral.com, please reach out to us. We want to start helping you. So no question is stupid. Just ask them, because we're still learning too. But we want to see everybody start using it. So please get in there and do it. So that's it for us. Have a good week. We will see you Saturday.
Yes.
At the start of Good Stock 2.0.
There we go.
All right. Have a great week, everyone.